This is F125, provided by EA. We're here on Xbox Series X. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So, yeah, we're diving into what is F1 2025, the most recent entry in this very long-running racing simulation series that aims to provide the aesthetics, the style, and the experience of Formula One racing. Last year was the first year we took a look at this on the Xbox side of things, so I thought we'd dive in again after people seemed to be relatively happy with the showcase on that, so I was like, okay, we're gonna continue doing this, and oh, that is my bad on that. Yes, I know about the rewind. Yeah. Shut up, engineer guys. I can't escape these engineer tutorial people. They don't leave me alone. Yeah, so I thought, hey, we'd dive back in and take a look at the game, talk about it, and showcase what it has to offer. So we've got a bunch of different game modes, a couple different visual options. It's very similar to what we had in the previous year on the Series X in regards to like visual aesthetics and everything like that. It's about the same as what we've experienced in the past, and it's mostly just, oh, come on. It's mostly just, why does it go so far back on this? It's mostly just content that they've been adding this year and been adjusting and improving, but it still provides what is a more refined gameplay experience for you to enjoy and work through. Wow, that is so genuinely bad, and I can't rewind any further past this point, eh? So it's basically this person kind of just bumping me out of the way. That is, oh, I got a collision warning. Oh, did I now? Okay, and my car is just absolutely not working in the slightest. That is illegal blocking. I got spiraled out. How is... That's okay. It's not a big deal. So... a bunch of different modes, bunch of different ways to play. I personally really like to just play kind of free play when I do racing, when I do sports games, but they really bury it through like a bunch of convoluted menus, which kind of drives me crazy, but you know, you kind of get what you get when it comes to these different experiences here. So we're going to go to just kind of showing off the different options here. So you kind of see the visual things. So this one, we're on the quality mode right now, which is basically a dynamic 4K resolution. I guess most of the time it's 4K, but it does, it can dip at 60 FPS. So pretty straightforward. The ray tracing would be like levels of visuals around like your car specifically. It's not really the environment, so it's like ambient occlusion and stuff like that. And anywhere that's like not actually like in the track and that is where that stuff is applied. Then there's a performance mode, which I guess we could switch to here. I just want to show off a bit more of the Vegas Strip area because I thought it was pretty cool. So performance mode is basically just dipping the resolution, giving you a higher frame rate. I'll talk about that more in a sec because there's other features. There's HDR support. There is spatial sound, Dolby Atmos, and DTS:X support too. Across the experience and cross play as well if you want to, play against others and compete across different platforms. So we're going to go to the main menu because you got to dip out to kind of adjust these settings and stuff like that as far as like performance options in order to get the other thing going. So, like I said, a bunch of other modes. You got My Team, you got Career modes, you got Breaking Point 3, just a bunch of different ways to play and experience this game as you sit here waiting to go through the 4 billion menus that exist in this game in order to get to settings and then graphic settings. And the performance mode. So performance mode is bumping it down to 1440p and it's 120 FPS like I mentioned. It's really quite smooth. Yeah, blah 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 blah. That's yeah, blah 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 blah. That's great, thanks. This is what I was talking about. It's just they will not leave me alone. Just like blah 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 blah. I tried to ignore it this last time. I was so clever. Oh come on, leave me alone. These stupid like things. It did this as well when I was on PlayStation. It's just like constantly, Natalie will not leave me alone. I'm assuming Natalie is an AI. I escaped it on the first go through to get to the Grand Prix, which is where I was playing. Uh, but yeah, I guess I couldn't escape it the second time, sadly. F1 World Car, and we'll go to good old Canada land. Well, actually, we'll put in a second one. And we'll make it. Well, I don't know. These ones are ones we always go on. Let's try to pick something a little bit different, I guess. Oh, yeah, Marina. Go on that one. We'll do Oliver Park, sure. And then we'll start the event, and we'll get to it. Yeah, so you're going to get to see this in a sec here, whenever it loads up. So we talked about that. Online play, 22 players. Local play, 2. Pretty straightforward. Talk about the different modes. We've got My Team 2.0, which is like living the story as you build up and manage your squad. And there's lots of different options for like managing the team and managing everybody so that you have, well, basically a unit out there that's kind of like, it's not just about the car, it's about the surrounding stuff of the car, you know, your team out there. Career mode has been updated where you kind of just mostly just building upon the functionality of career mode prior, but now you can recruit driver AI icons. I know, crazy. Breaking Point 3 is focused around the Connor Sport legacy to fight for the championship, which is, I don't know, exciting if you're into that sort of thing. So just more story stuff. Then we've got what is basically, what are we getting going? F1 World, that's where we're part of and in, as you saw kind of through the menus there. So F1 World is based around the idea that you are doing your kind of some multiplayer integrations, some Grand Prix stuff, quick play, time trials, just a bunch of little integrated game modes and settings. If you're also excited about the movie, F1 the movie, mode is a thing in this game, so they are doing, and they have already a selection of things, and they're going to trickle more out. So basically just some extra content based around the idea of the film to help promote the movie. So there was like 2 options right now, and then there was a bunch of different dates with other things that they're going to add to help promote the film, which, you know, makes sense. They want it to be a success if they can because the budget's crazy, and they basically just want to get this movie out the door and promote it, build it up big, and it makes sense to like target the F1 community, of course, in the different ways that they can, such as events or, you know, in the video game. So it makes a lot of sense that exists, and, you know, you just get some extra free promotional content to enjoy, which is exciting. They've added 5 more real sub-centimeter accuracy tracks, so tracks that are built with literally to the centimeter amount of like accuracy and aesthetic in order to properly capture the feeling of racing on those tracks. So that's kind of cool. And then they've added reverse tracks to a number of the track options that exist in this game. So you can now go in reverse. And I guess this is actually a bit of a more daunting thing for them to do. That's why it's in some track situations, because they have to reprogram AI on that. I guess, I mean, it makes sense, I suppose, that would be possibly a bit of an issue in trying to do that sort of a thing. So they've worked on that aspect of it. Customization has been enhanced, so you can now do cool little decals and stuff on your car, and the placement of those is more complex, so you can kind of place decals and things on your vehicle and just personalize your F1 racing option a little bit more, which to me makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so F1 the movie, they've redone some lighting mechanics for this year in terms of light placement, which should also, in turn, better shadow placement, or the shadow cascading is improved in this one, is generally the wording. So they're more accurate for shadows, so like cascading from trees was an example, or coming off of things in the environment. You should have sharper and more realistic shadows that are beaming off of things. So I think that's pretty accurate to mention here, as far as just like you could see the tree shadows cascading here. And again, just to mention, we are on the performance mode, so, you know, 1440, 120, but like, can't showcase 120 on YouTube. I mean, I can record at it, but, you know, they don't have the support for it at the moment, so that's something that someday maybe will happen on YouTube. It'd be pretty cool. And wow, that was genuinely terrible. Why does it take you so far back? I like the way that Forza does it much better than for Forza to do their rewind kind of thing. I will definitely say that. So yeah, that kind of covers most technical stuff. They do also have AI improvements. So one of the improvements is now that there's a lot more of a defensive driving kind of focus for the AI, so they'll drive a little bit more of a defensive aggression to themselves. Protect their cars a little bit better and to move themselves in more defensive positions and maneuvering when you are competing, which is cool, I guess, yeah, if you're into that kind of a thing. But yeah, in general, the game looks pretty good, runs really smooth and fast, like this performance mode, pretty buttery, you know, 120 FPS, and then quality mode looks pretty sharp and runs really well. Not a lot of complaints here on the Xbox side of things. It is, to me, from a visual standpoint, pretty business as usual. Definitely seeing some larger gains on the Pro there, as far as this one goes, but that makes sense. But yeah, you got like a suite of different visual options, as far as like all the little technical features here. And I guess at that point I'll just leave you some non-commentary gameplay, so you see more of it in action and see what more of it's like, I suppose.
Well, what happened? Let me know you're okay.
Guarantee they're going to last forever. Enjoy them as long as they last. I love you guys.
Oh, you were in a league of your own today, mate. Have you even broken into sweat?
A truly magnificent drive and a great performance from the entire team to secure victory here in Canada. Welcome then to the podium, our top three. So many races, so many stories. Who knows? We've got more F1 World action for you. It's our drop.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled. Okay, we lost the position. Try to keep focus. Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push.